So, we got some information about Joe Burrow. When Joe Burrow messed up his wrist and needed to get surgery, we talked about the potential recovery time period of his, recovery. And based on what we heard and what we were told, it would have been around a 7-month recovery time, which would have put Joe Burrow coming back right around June, July, right around that time period, right before training camp, which wasn't really a big deal, right? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, he comes back for training camp, he's 100% good, he's ready to go, we're rocking and rolling. Well, that's no longer the case, because he talked to ESPN today, and here's what Joe Burrow had to say about his injury recovery time. I think the middle of May is when I'm expecting to kind of be cleared for full contact and everything. That's right. A lot earlier than we expected. Again, we expected June or July. He's going to be cleared to go in the middle of May, which is around a month and a half from now. And as he said, kinda, so obviously not with 100%. He still, is going to have to slowly get back into things. But he said full contact in everything. I'll be honest with you, right? It's before training camp. It's before OTAs. It's before preseason. There won't be any contact. I don't think anyone on this team, on this defense, on this anything, is going to have full contact with Joe Burrow when he comes back from that injury, right? I wouldn't expect him to get any contact until after the preseason, until the regular season. Like in OTAs, mini camp, training camp, preseason. I'm not expecting him to get hit one time. So the full contact route, we're going to let him rest until that regular season. That's number one. I would like for him to play a couple preseason games just so he's not rusty starting off the season. But that's number one. Number two, everything. Hopefully he slowly puts himself back into it. I know he is Joe Burrow and he is the monster and he will go out there full everything, not caring because, he's like, hey man, I'm back. I'm 100%. Let me help my team, get the team together. Get the new rookies here. Let me start getting the throwing back with T, throwing back with Chase, throwing with Yoshi, getting all this stuff down. But I hope he kind of slowly goes back into things. Because we don't need another injury. Knock on wood. We don't need any more problems moving forward. And I think the one thing last season that really hurt us was pushing him back in and him actually wanting to play through the calf injury and not sitting him and putting in Jake Browning. So, let's just play this smart, okay? I know he might be ready to go by mid-May, but listen. Joe, none of that, please. He does continue to say, over the next month to month and a half, we'll kind of decide all of those things. So, again, if there's any setbacks, then there's going to be, things that he can't do. But over the next month and a half, we're kind of see if there is any setbacks. If not, mid-May, this guy's going to go out there and do everything. Continuing down the line here. Sorry about to sneeze for a second. He said, I can lift basically normally now, which I'm excited about, Burrow said. So the next 2 months, I'll basically be just doing what I've been doing for the last couple of years. Just the 12 weeks of extra work in the rearview mirror. Okay. And yeah, continue down here. He does say we need the guys that we draft to come in and be productive and take on the leadership roles that we've lost in the last couple of years, Burrow said. And we need to bring in the right pieces this offseason, whether it's draft or free agency. Summarized. Offensive linemen. Like I said, the injuries were what they were last year. But we weren't good enough in a lot of different places to make a Super Bowl run, in my opinion. At last week's NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis, Taylor said the dialogue between him and Burrow is wide open. Taylor said, I always ask a lot of questions, and he always gives me information I need any time I've asked him. I have asked him, Taylor said, and so on and so on. And he does go ahead and talk about T. Higgins, having him back this year. Burrow said, hopefully we're going to have him longer, but I'm excited for having him back this year. It's nice, and then it's a nice little payday for him, and then hopefully he gets another one here soon. And again, listen, he wants T. Higgins back. We all want T. Higgins back. We're excited for at least T to be back for one said year. We'll see how everything shakes out. He does continue saying, I'm excited about the challenge that we have. I'm excited about the challenge that I have coming back from injury. When you're injured and your only rebuttal to the narrative is what you put on the field and how you produce. And when you're injured, there's no dialect between the narrative and yourself. So I'm kind of excited. Well, I'm excited to kind of handle that in my own way and get back out there in a much better place. Trust me, Joe, we are all ready for you to get back out there and prove it to everyone who doubts you that guess what? You can never doubt number 9. You can think that you're going to doubt number 9. Number 9 does some magical things. So I'm excited to see what he can do in this upcoming season. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace.